Hey everyone, Oz here and welcome back to Cuboid Outpost. Last episode we were working through making the power setup to craft our different crystals and all the like, and I've made a couple of advancements through that, and I'm slowly ticking my way off through here and getting extra bits and pieces needed for each level. So I've currently got a craft running for this one here, the Spirited Rod, and hopefully shortly we'll have that guy. I won't be able to do this stuff yet because I haven't got to having a nether star. But nitro crystals, etc. will be soon. Let's pop these in here because I definitely need them. I mean, it's sitting here crafting this stuff up. Smashing through my power, I'm actually going to take you away because that should have been enough now. Cool, that should have triggered. And I got another Nardic. I think I want the one I just crafted, which should be the Spirited. Again, these are all going to be very, very handy. So if I pop this one here, I'm going to link it definitely to that one because that's the one that needs it the most. But yeah, this is working quite well. It's nice and compact. I could move these 3 rods over closer and then it would literally just be this little chunk of 6 blocks or 8 blocks or so. Definitely a little bit of an advancement of what I've done before, but still similar vein. So finally bound my quest book to a key. Another spirited rod for that, a lake. So again, this all here is going to require nether stars and blaze lanterns and stuff. So let's pop down. Power is an issue, right? Power is a huge issue. Let's pop down here and start working through the power quest line and getting ourselves a reactor. So this wants us to make, you know, each reactor block. So looking at that, if I type in reactor and start a reactor, starter, let's got all these rods now. Starter, basic, hardened. None of these reuse the other ones. Blazing. Which is unfortunate. It would have been nice if it actually reused the previous tier. So making all of these is kind of wasteful, but biotic and spirited. And I may as well just prep for later and do this, and we'll be good. So popping them in there. Again, the quest line, and I am going for, you know, completing all the quests. We're not going to get any rewards for this, which is unfortunate. It's really just a quest completion. And then we've got all these other things here, so cables, all the different type of cables. Don't know what these things do. Oh, wireless power transfer. I like that idea. Energy hopper. Nice. And then we've got discharges, which probably needed. All our generators here. In the core, I'm not really sure what a lot of this stuff does, and we'll work it out soon. But let's look at getting a reactor, and I'd like to go as big as I can, because the power we have at the moment is kind of lacking. And once I do that, I'll link all this together and we'll just run what we need. So again, the quest line itself, there isn't one for us to make a reactor or anything like that. It really is just coming back to just a simple check off quest line. So if I wanted to make all the reactors, I can type here and go reactor. And I'll just make these guys, and it's just here to tick off the quest. I don't actually need them. Or did I just make it basic? What did I make? Startup, basic, blazing, hardened. And I've got all these bits and pieces in my inventory, or in my crafting system. Again, it's a waste of materials, and I'd love to be able to recycle materials in here. I think I can actually. Let's try this. Let's grab basic, starter. I'm gonna put this back into the, where is it? Recycler. Ah, that's unfortunate. I'd love to be able to just recycle these things back in, because these are now just going to sit in this this system and do not a lot. So spirited, Nordic, hardened, blazing. Cool. So I want the spirited, and it's been a minute. I'm not. How many do I need for a reactor? I think it does tell you. Coolants. Solid coolants. We need to work on what coolant we're going to run in there, and automating whatever the best coolant is. Dry ice is -32. So how's dry ice made? Okay. That's running blue ice through an energizing orb and using 10,000. And blue ice is multi-servo press of packed ice. Okay, so let's do this. Packed ice is a multi-servo press of ice. So we need a second one of them. And a blast chiller is just water. Okay, so if we make a couple of these things, a couple of multi-servo presses and stuff, and we'll automate, because I can probably speed this guy up. We'll automate making the best coolant for our reactor. So water just gives a 1 degree. But yes, I think if we're gonna do this and make as much power as possible, we will push for this. And maybe it'll make sense. Blue ice, dry ice, etc. But let's go at power. Is there a book? There is. Can I have the power book, please? Okay, so let's double check reactors. 36 reactor blocks. Okay. And let's go straight to spirited. It'll generate 3,800 forge energy a tick. It's actually probably going to be more than that, but so yes, 36 of them. This will take a minute to craft the right reactor. So I need another 32 of them. I need to craft 114 spirited crystals. That's going to take a minute. But yes, it's something that I'd like to get underway, and I probably should bring those crystals out, although I'm going to smash my power for a long time doing this. All these emeralds coming in, ready for processing. And they're just going to tickle through this while they're generating. And eventually we'll have enough to make the big reactor up on the roof that I want. So what we'll do in the meantime is we'll make a couple of multi-servo presses. So let's have a look at them. I want this. So bronze ingots, block of iron. I'm wondering if I can do this. Do I not have any Constantin? Maybe it's working its way through. Okay, so there's one. I want a second one. And then I want a blast chiller as well, which do I already have one? Yes. Do I already have a multi-servo press? No, that would have flagged up, wouldn't it? Cool. So this one. Okay, so there's 2 multi-servo press. Let's get rid of them. Now, I'll get back to that enchantment stuff later. I'm making dry ice, right? Dry ice needs another energizing orb. So I'll set up a separate one for this and we'll export blue ice into it. And that's saying 10,000 forge energy tick. It won't take that long at all. So we need to make blue ice, which is the multi-servo press. We're going to need the packing die. Packed ice. Which actually I'll probably... That'd be the easiest way. I mean, packed ice I can just do as a crafting recipe. So why not? Ice. Packed ice can just be this. And in there, I guess. So we're looking at making dry ice. Dry ice would be... Hello? Hello. Dry ice. If I do that. 2 blue ice into a dry ice, yes. I've got a lot of junk in my inventory now. Do I need that? Probably not. So dry ice comes from blue ice. Blue ice comes from packed ice. And again, I don't even need the multi-servo press. Look at that. It's not anything different, so I may as well do this. To be very quite honest, I may as well just packed ice, blue ice. Blue ice just comes from packed ice. I mean, like, packed ice comes from ice. So all I need to do is generate ice, which will be the blast chiller with water in it. Okay. Let's get some water generation going. So just do an aqueous accumulator maybe. Or I have water in the system, don't I? Do I have water? Water. I've got 14 buckets. Might be enough. Okay, let's take our blast chiller and find a spot to put him. So we'll pop him down here with the multi-servo press. The blast chiller here, he's powered. I'll connect this as an export to the back and we'll import at the top. Okay. We'll need to find a wrench that will work for me. Ooh. And then let's get an exporter. Come on. Rotate you round. Cool. An exporter, you're going to be a fluid exporter and you're going to export water. Like so. There we go. Water's coming in. It's doing its thing very slowly. We're going to need to pump up the amount of water, I think. And I may end up just doing the aqueous accumulator thing. Because at the moment, I'll need some speed upgrades maybe. Because this would be here. And that's just an external storage. So we might need a way of making it a bit faster. But at the moment, this will just be ticking over. And exporting ice back into the system, which is actually going to back stuff. So maybe that pipe isn't what I need. Maybe I need to... So here's an idea. Here is an idea. Compacting drawers. We have them, right? Okay, let's think about this another way. Do I have any in my bag? Apparently not. Let's make a compacting drawer. Look for a compacting drawer. Do this the smart way. Compact. No. So, no, compacting drawer. There. If I do this, why am I going over there? And I turn off export to the back. Let's change this. I don't want you exporting to the back anymore. Can you export to this side? And push. Oh, really? I was hoping that would run the whole compacting setup. Okay, that's cool. Got another solution. Well, I think I do. If I... Did I have crafters? Like RF tools crafters? Is that in this pack? Nope. No. Sequential fabricator might do it. What the thing I don't want to do is just fill the system full of ice. So otherwise I'm going to end up with this whole thing full of ice that I don't need. And it'll just keep pushing in because I don't have a limit to it. So I think the best thing I can do is actually craft it externally and keep it stored in drawers, which is why I was hoping the compacting drawer would actually push down to what I need, but apparently not. Unless... No. Because I was hoping I could put it there and it would do the double compact. That's all right. So that's one idea. We'll just play around with this. Give me a second. I'll make sure this is all nice and working. Alrighty. So I'm back. It's been a while. This has been running for almost an hour now. Just trying to make these spirited capacitors. We are just constantly running out of power because obviously each of these guys need 1 million to craft, and I still have like 60 odd left to craft. So I've been playing around and triggering through some of the other power quests, and I've got up to what solar? I just threw the solars back in. I'm going to replace some of the stuff on the roof. I've got a hardened power cell here. There's one here. I got it. You get rewards in this line, in the solar line and the energy cell quest line. You do get rewards. So this guy will hold 10 million forge energy, and its max in out is 20,000 a tick. So that's a decent amount for what's sitting there. Again, so cheap enough. The power cells. I went and made all the crafting recipes like I have been. I'm having a few little derpy issues with the system here not allowing me to extract things. So I'm not 100% sure what's going on there, but there's the Niotic solar panels. And these guys generate 220 forge energy per tick, 4,400 per second. So decent amount. I mean, the generators we're running at the moment, what are we running on? Generator? We're running on these guys. And we are running uranium. So that's 250. So each of these solar panels are generating 220. So just as much as one of those. Obviously only during the day though, and it's passive. But I'd like to... What do these do? 51,000 a tick. So decent amount. I might just sort of swap these around a touch. I might just take this guy and run cable out here. I mean, it's eventually going to go over to the doobie there. Again, you'll be generating 220. Cool. And then put the other solar panel there. And then we will pop our last power gen. Not where I wanted it. Thank you very much. Let me do this and then maybe attach it there instead. All right, and that'll get more power going. Again, we're running now. It's tickling it up a little bit, but still not enough. It's still, we need a ton more power, which is why we're making the nice big reactor. But yeah, it's a slow process. You can see just how much power we're smashing through here. It's almost another one complete. Boop, there it goes. Just still going. Lots more emeralds left to process. Everything is working quite well, and it's just I need lots more power. So these fish keep escaping. Sorry, my dude. Raw cod. I don't know if that was a quest. Didn't we have to do some fishing at one point? I would like to push up into higher level solar panels, but I think that's probably a little bit derpy for me at the moment. Looking at these things, I can probably start looking at the aerial pearl player transmitter. Send power directly to your equipment. Different tiers, increase speed. Nice. And then cables is the only other one. So I might need to pop another cut in the video here, or we see if we can work on something else. Again, I've got a lot of things here to process through. What's an ender gate? Power from your ender cells. Okay, so this is wireless. These cannot be crafted in an ME crafting grid. Wireless power. I like that idea. I do like that idea. So let's have a real quick look at this. So if I go at power, what do you need? Okay. You are a bit of an event. So I guess it's another orb required for this one. Setting that guy up, but that would be interesting to say the least. And then your uses are, okay, the blazing one's actually, it's all fairly cheap. And then you just need the gates. Oh, that's 5k a tick. Nice. So I might need to look at some of that to work out best use of the wireless technology. I'm just going to go and check on some stuff, and I'm waiting for this to finish up, and I guess I'll be back. Alright, so it looks like there's plenty of other options that we can do, and I've gone down some of the Fernator line. So these things here, which are basically burnable materials into raw power. Now I got all the way down to just niotic, and they're generating 900 forge energy a tick. It sounds like a decent amount of power. Now, I've just made these manually. I didn't bother setting up recipes. I literally just sat there and crafted manually. What I'm going to do is pop up here. Now, I think it's there. Yep. So I'm just going to bring the system out the roof here. And because I do want to connect these guys together, I'm going to... Let's see. Part of me wants to just pop it here for now. So this here, obviously, it just needs coal or whatever you like in it. So I'm going to do an exporter and run some cable like so. And the exporter is going to pull out coal. Don't know whether to do... coal's fine. Can I just... Doop. Alright. So you're going to burn through fairly quick. But you are producing... I'd like to think you're producing lots of power. But I don't know. I mean, we're now pushing a fair bit out. So this should be generating 5,000... What did it say? What did it say to us? The Fernator. This one here should be pushing 5,000. It should be generating 900 a tick, which is a decent amount of power. And that's more than these guys are producing. It's like, that's a few of these together. Now, I'd like to get... Obviously, we are just chewing power here at the moment. This would be like absolutely smashing through the power, trying to make 1 million each thing. But 900 a tick is nothing to sneeze at. And if we get a couple more of these guys crafted up, or even some of these bigger ones, look, the Spirited's 2,000 a tick. And Nitro is 4.8 thousand per tick. Interesting. Again, it needs a lot more materials to be able to do this, but nice little quick setup here. Producing a fair bit of power. For some coal, which we're magically automatically generating. So again, this should be... It's going up pretty quick now. No! There goes all that power. This should be... it should be burning through them quite quick. We've got, what, 55 remaining to make the 16 reactors we need. So I'm wondering whether I just sit here and make another... or at least another neotic one. Which isn't terrible. So as I said, I just sat here and crafted one at a time through each thing and made the bits I needed to... Oop, wrong one. To generate each level. So again, it's a little bit slow going and why are you being a pain? You should be able to make basic capacitors and... maybe it's being a bit derpy again. Yeah, just finding some little issues as I try and make each thing, and like, see, that wasn't detecting that things were even available there for a second. There's another basic one. Let's go straight up to hardened. Start generating that. Yeah, so power obviously is our biggest issue. As soon as I get more power in, that's now triggering up to 5,000 forge energy, whereas before it was hitting a couple of hundred and then emptying out. So as I said, each step... I think we're already making stuff. Let's go over here. Almost done. Hardened. Apparently it requires me to make another one of them. Cool. There's a hardened one, which is 180 a tick. Straight up to blazing. I do like having all these extra, all these recipes in here ready to go. It does make things a touch easier. As for next steps, I mean, as soon as I get this power generation up and running... Oh, hello, creepers. Must have missed the nighttime cutoff there for a second. We've still got quite a lot of things to claim and things to hand in. I need to go back to doing this. And what else we got? So slaughterhouse, pack your bags. I mean, there's a lot of things there I can do off camera. Jetpacks. this is the bit we need to start working on. So we've got actually everything we need to make this next step. So making a warp stone. Okay. Let's just go back a touch. Let's read this. It seems that the veil between this dimension, world, plane of existence is thinning, as our science division postulated. They believe that you should be able to pierce the veil with a little bit of effort. There is a little bit more preparation required before you go, but here are some other things you should consider making sure you have before you actually attempt interdimensional travel. Might be a good idea to have a jetpack in case you need to fly. See, getting mechanized or up and away. I have a jetpack. Have a backpack. Yep, I've got that. Have a bow and a good supply of arrows. Well, no, I don't have that. Have decent armor and weaponry in case you need to protect yourself. A set of tools, some food, some fuel, and some building materials in case you end up needing to stay there. So, I mean, my armor's nothing to write home about. Helmet. I could push them up to netherite, which would help a bit. What else we got? Diving helmets, not so good in terrible stuff. I think, to be honest, I mean, that'll do is actually better than diamond. It's better than netherite too. That'll do helmet. Refined obsidian would be better. I could make some refined obsidian armor. Divinity netherite helmet from Piglin expansion. Okay. Would need Piglin divinity gems, apparently. Refined obsidian it is. So I'm going to need to make, I don't know, a helmet and pants at least of refined obsidian. That's a bit of a bonus. The other stuff I'm going to deal with, a jetpack, etc. While I'm waiting for them to process. I should be able to... Did I automate refined obsidian? I cannot remember if I did. Automated refined obsidian dust. Can I have 12? That's something that we can do. Excuse me. I mean, it's processing. I can hear it downstairs. Making obsidian dust. Also in between little cuts there, I did go and upgrade this guy to make him faster. And I never showed the ice setup that I've got here now. So I put an aqueous accumulator down here in the floor, pumping water straight into the blast chiller. It's got a resonant upgrade and then 3 flux linkage amplifiers to speed it up. It's a little bit more expensive in power wise, but we're just pumping out the ice and pushing it up to blue ice. So we're up to 45. It's been running, as I showed you upstairs, it's been running for a while. In terms of, you know, how long that craft has now been running for. Over an hour. And yeah, we're getting the ice ready for when the reactor is up and running. So let's really quickly... Have I got my refined obsidian done? Yes. Can I have that, please? Right. Hello, can I have my refined... This is ridiculous. There's just some really weird things going on. And I don't... It's only just started happening. I think it's as things get full or as it's trying to process more and more. I did add cobalt pieces to there, so maybe it's being a little bit funky. Yeah, I don't know. It just has hiccups. If you guys know what it is that's doing it, please let me know, because... Swap hands again. It's becoming a bit of a headache. Alright, I'll get this stuff out of here and craft it up into a helmet and some pants, and I'll be back shortly. Right, we're back, and I know I'm over the wrapping up point, but I really wanted to get this done. So we've got all of them now. I ended up having, I'm trying to fix this system. I'm not sure exactly what it is. It could just be because so much is going on at once. We are pulling somewhere in the region of 619 forge energy a tick. It's full of power, but yeah, it's not quite right. Let's pop this guy down here somewhere. That looks good. The reactor's going to generate quite a bit of power for us eventually, once it's formed. There we go. So this guy, we need to export a number of things in. We've got imports and stuff on the side, and then export will be here on top. I think I'd like to get some better cables, excuse me, than these advanced ones. I might go to the next tier and replace some of these cables, but this guy will need a couple of inputs. We've got, do I have a few exporters on me? Yes. I want one there, I want one there, and I want... do I go here? Or do I go here? Actually, can I export through multiple items in one input? So we're going to need a few things. We're going to need uraninite. That one. So let's try this. Uraninite. Okay, it's going in. Can I also try coal and redstone? Can we go redstone? Is that going to work? Yes, it is. And coal. Nice. So the more things we put in here, the more reactive it becomes. Now, we're running pretty hot. So the last thing I need to put in here was that ice. Was it blue ice that we were making? Let's find out. I'm not even sure if this will work, actually. Or is it packed ice I was making? I thought it was blue. Solid coolant. And we are producing 18,000 forge energy a tick. So that's a decent amount. It'll be full soon, and we'll turn auto mode on so that when it it'll stop when it's full and it'll start again when it gets down to 70%. We need to put probably some speed upgrades on this, but I could have sworn that it was blue ice that we were making. Maybe it wasn't. Let's really quickly check, because I want to make sure that this is going to work. Hello. So you are blue ice. You are extract only. And you, my friend, probably require this on top. Let's get up there and have a quick look. See whether that's working. Yes, it's working now. Okay, cool. So apparently it's doing nothing though. Could have sworn. Maybe I need to use fluid. We're at 1,000. Interesting. I thought that it would work. Maybe, well, maybe blue ice isn't a thing. Anyway, I'll look into it. Maybe it was the packed ice I needed instead for now, but we will see. And we've got power generation happening on the roof, which is cool. Let me just say, what happens if I just grab normal ice? Oh, come on. Come on, system. I've got to get in there quick enough to grab stuff out, if that makes sense. It's a little bit drippy. Let's get rid of that. Can I take that out of there and put ice in? No, I'm probably better off just putting water in for now. Anyway, I'll work out what needs to happen here, and we'll come back next episode and hopefully be able to generate quite an amount of power and then not have to worry about all the generating everything we need to. And yeah, until then, thank you for watching. Comments down below. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye now.